Good morning, everybody. This is Cupcake Kitty, and as promised today, well, yeah, today, uh, not Minecraft Day, but today, as in this day, October 27th, we are actually going to go and explore that temple I told you guys about yesterday. We are going to head over to that desert and just check out and see what kind of stuff you can do. You don't have to stick to the footprint of a temple if you want to turn it into a base. You do not have to stick with the footprint that is already there. The the structures in Minecraft are kind of generic. They're kind of lackluster, but I don't know. I kind of like having the Minecraftiness I told you yesterday. I love the boxiness. I love the right angles and just how everything just lines up, and there's just you go into a mine, there's cubes everywhere, just kind of chilling out and hanging. And I actually like the process of cleaning up those mines and making them into, a beautiful space that everything is kind of uniform. I actually really enjoy doing that. Now, we're just kind of meandering along the side of this desert because I do not have the coordinates written down in front of me. I do have them somewhere, but I do not have them in front of me. But we are almost there. Like, you can probably see through those acacia trees. We are almost there. There is a temple over there. You can see the orange terracotta. That is just a stellar color. And when I finish, like from here, it doesn't look like much. It still looks like a temple, guys. I I can see where I've done some changes from this side, but you can't really tell. It still looks like a temple. Now, when I get into finishing out and putting the touches on, it's not gonna look like a temple anymore, because this beautiful wood right here, this beautiful orange color, it matches with the whole theme of a desert temple with that beautiful red terracotta color. So that's going to actually be what I use for the kind of fencing around this area up here that I'm getting ready to show you. Now, where I'm going to put the fencing, you see on the sides of this temple, this is the left-hand side of the temple. This is not the front. Some of you may not have desert temples in your world, so maybe you haven't actually seen this, or all you've seen is on YouTube, like this channel here. But right here, I'm going to put that beautiful acacia fence right here, bright, beautiful orange, to match this kind of ankh shape right here, because it's that orange color. Okay, that's the tiny little ravine I told you about. Ow! It's not very big. I have been down here before. I have kind of taken out everything that's of interest. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Little thing about my cleaning up mines. I actually do have a video saved on my PlayStation that actually proves this point. But if you take out like this block right here, and this block right here, this block right there, and just kind of straighten out these lines and clean up the ceiling, you usually unearth some pretty interesting things, like I don't know, more iron, If you're much deeper into the ground, like this is like right here at ground level, but if you're much deeper, you can find emeralds. I pulled open I shifted one block and found emeralds not too long ago, and was just like, oh my goodness, if I hadn't actually cleaned up this mine, if I'd just left it the way it was, not cleaned up the edges, I would have never found that. So yeah, that's a little tip. Go ahead and clean up those mines. Get them all clean, because sometimes behind that spare block that just kind of sitting there doing nothing, kind of random, there is something good. Alright, so first thing off the bat, obviously, there was no door here. I mean, there was an opening, but there was no actual closable door. I added in the glass blocks up there for the windows. I have already been down into here. I've taken out the TNT. First thing when you go down here, before you even get down on the floor, before you even open a single chest, make sure you remember to just take your pickaxe and whack at that pressure plate, because you do not want to blow up everything. You'll blow up your loot, you'll blow up everything else, and it just would be bad. This area right here, I'm not finished. I did run out of sandstone, and I didn't really want to go grabbing more sand to make more stuff, so this is where the acacia fence is going that I told you about. I closed up the doorway to the upper half of this temple on this side. Yeah, on this side that is closed up, but on this side it's not. I have taken that kind of patio kind of area and closed it into a nice little hallway here. We've got a couple of windows for light and another door. This is a proper bedroom now. Yeah, this was one of my exploring beds. It is the wrong color, and that is how I know it was one of the exploring beds. This is actually the color of the bed that I usually take into a mine. If I'm exploring a brand new mine, then I will take a black or charcoal gray bed in there. And let's just see what we got in here. Projectile protection, depth strider. In this map, there is in all of the maps, there's quite a few of them. There's actually 2 of them in this map, pretty close to each other. But there is an ocean temple that I have actually already started to mine out completely. Just getting all of the resources, all of that beautiful prismarine block, just grabbing it all. And storing it for a project that I have in mind for later. When I started that project, I had respiration on my helmet, and then I died in lava. Mentioned yesterday. I'm so tired of reading that particular message. Cupcake Kitty tried to swim in lava. Oh my goodness, guys, no. Alright, so in this main room, this looks pretty much the way it was. There was an opening right here. It was very pyramid shaped. Like you can see right here, I haven't closed that little space in. I have closed this one in, but I have not closed in this space because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do in this little area right here, this little cubby hole. I did close in a few other things. I pulled out the pillars on this side because I just think that it doesn't have to be symmetrical. It pains me to say that because I love everything so symmetrical. That's one of the reasons I love Minecraft. Everything is so perpendicular and 90-degree angles, like I said earlier. Over here, I've just tucked into a corner, like you can't really see it from out here, my crafting table and my furnace, because this is just a small nether base. If I start smelting a lot of sand for glass, let's say, then I will probably put an entire array right here. There'll be 3 furnaces over here instead of 1. Or I will move it all over here and put all of the furnaces on this line right here. And there's so many things that you can do with this temple. Now, you see I took this wall right here. This is where the wall on the outside stops at a patio and starts into an actual kind of pyramid shape. And you can see right here, that's the outside. So this wall is actually dividing up the sections on the outside that are different. And the sun is setting, so we're gonna have to go to bed so we can see stuff. But you see how the tower right here separates from this patio area, and then it stops. There's a wall here, and the pyramid starts. And we have our block of glass here as a window, denoting that this is an access point for light into that stairwell, and also that there is just a change in the architecture of this build. Down here, like, I closed in all of this, but down here is where I tunneled out of the treasure room, the built-in treasure room. And there's a staircase here, another spiral staircase. Oh, barf. Okay, I have taken out the chests down here because I haven't quite figured out exactly how I want this little storage room to be. And I might actually put a mine shaft right here at the bottom, instead of replacing what was there. I might just put a mine shaft right there at the bottom, and that's why the steps don't go right here. Like, there should be a half slab here probably, but they don't, because I'm not sure if I want to make a mine there. I'm fairly certain I do, but I'm not sure, so I haven't done it yet. So down here, yeah, I just made it so that I could come down here over and over again. You know, no matter what, I will always be able to get down here. I don't have to take off that beautiful terracotta mosaic in this floor to get down there. Originally, I did open up this block right here to initially get down there, and I did not land on the pressure plate. I was lucky. This is my very first temple, so I was very lucky on that. Let's pop in a bed real quick before we head on to our next subject. And while I'm sleeping, guys, you can totally do this. This is easy. Just some glass blocks keep you from falling in the floor. A few windows here and there for light. It'll take away the gloominess of this kind of dark, very moody looking space. And you can decorate this top floor, or you can put your bed anywhere, honestly. I saw another YouTuber transform this. It is adults only Minecraft. I love his channel. He's one of the funniest guys. Second only to log.zip, but log.zip, you guys, yeah, he is just one of those very charismatic personalities, and you just gotta get used to him So, yeah. Uh, my name is Cupcake Kitty, and I am a Minecraft addict. I actually got that little tagline that is in my profile. If you have looked at my profile, I actually got that tagline from a video series that Adults Only Gaming did. It made me laugh so hard, and I was like, this is so true, that I just had to use it. So thank you, Adults Only Gaming. If you guys have not had the pleasure of checking out his videos, I highly recommend it. It is well worth the pop over on this YouTube. Don't leave me yet. Don't, no, no, not yet, not yet. In a little bit. Honestly, guys, I saw you doing that. I saw you trying to click over. You're not fooling anybody. Ah ha ha. Okay. Yeah, enough joking around. But seriously, no, when we're done here today, I seriously suggest you go over there. I hear it, guys. I hear it. Do you hear it? It's under here somewhere. Now it's on my left. It's gotta be right underneath this sand. So now I'm kind of scared because if I accidentally hit something and all the blocks update, all this sand's gonna fall into that lava pit wherever it is. Alright, guys. Taking my finger off the trigger button. No updating going on here. Not falling in a lava pit in the middle of the desert. Even on peaceful mode. Man, I would lose my beautiful pickaxe. My efficiency 2 pickaxe that I spent so much time with my villagers getting. And I will show you the villagers. That will be the next thing we do. I think that's probably the best idea before I take you through the nether and to one of the bases that I am most proud of. It took forever. It's made completely out of concrete. The interior is not done because it has a theme and I do not have supplies yet. You will understand what I mean when we get there. It's kind of a little bit of a surprise for you guys. I'm very excited to show you. I'm not even going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be epic. You're going to love it. We are heading out. We're back on that main path that goes to my base, but we're heading in the opposite direction from my base. We hung a left from the desert, and now we're heading out to West County. O-U-E-S-T, West County. It's spelled the French way, I know. I'm a dork. Yeah. And this is where our video started yesterday. We started in this county, West County, which is west of Kelly County. And, yeah, we started down that mine shaft right there with my doggy. He's still there, guys. I was so excited about posting my first YouTube video ever that when I woke up this morning, I just couldn't wait to get back on and show you more, because this world, I've been on this world for about 2 months and I've been completely alone. It's just me, and every once in a while my taterhead gets on with me, but it's so rare that she's here and not busy with like a Wii U game or something, that it's pretty rare. So I've been in this world for about 2 months all by myself, and just getting to share it with you guys yesterday. I know I don't have any viewers yet, but just the possibility that somebody could see my work is is so exciting. I just couldn't wait to show you the rest of my world. This is episode 2, and we've already looked at our desert temple conversion into a tiny little mini base. And now we're heading off to my village over here in West County. Now I have started laying the tracks. We are not far from the village. It's just on the other side of the hill. You can see where the tracks go up the hill. There's a little pond on the other side of that mine tunnel. But the detector rails and the activator rails were not necessary right here. I'm not even slowing down at this point because of that hill right there that I came down. I have not even slowed down when I get here, but I put these here, and I put the pressure plate rails on both sides so that I can go from either direction and activate that rail without, if you have an activator rail that's not powered, it will stop you. It's like Roadrunner on wheels. Stop. No bueno. But I did put those I did put the activator rail in there because I am not going to be going through all of this and going around that bridgy area we just came across. I'm going to come over here straight and go up, and then I'm going to scaffold up and very uphill till I get to that other cave, that cut through cave right there. And so, being that it's going to be going uphill, I've got the activator rail here to give me that extra little initial boost. I'll probably have another one about halfway up, maybe, or even at the beginning of the slope. I'm not sure. Basically, when I start slowing down in my test runs, that's where I'll take out a regular rail and start putting in some powered rails. That's what's going to happen with that. You cannot, I don't know if you know that, I did not know this. This is my first time laying down rails through an established area. Like, this path marks this as an established area in my mind. I do have the mine rail, what's it called, honor rail. I do have that achievement. So I have laid rails before, but it was never with a path. There was never a path. I actually went to the very edge of a map, that a tutorial world actually. I ended up having to make a whole bunch of rails, but it was significantly less after stealing all the rails off of the system over there in the spawn area of the tutorial. But yeah, so you cannot put rails across a path because it's not a full block. You can see over here on this grass block here, the grass is actually higher. It's kind of like like I tilled the ground for crops. It's down lower than the rest of the earth. Yeah, it's a transparent block, guys. You cannot put a rail on it. So when I realized that I was going to be switching aside and going across so that I could get around this pathway right here where it goes up the side of the hill, I'm going to bypass that. I had to go across rock right here, or dirt, or anything else that wasn't a partial block like this path right here. So I had to cut out some of this right here to make room for my rails. Yeah, half slabs here. I need to add 2 here and 2 right there because I ran out when I was making my path. I have a starting point here. This is where you put down your minecart and get in it, and then you press the button and it powers the rail, so it gets you started. It's a little starting point. It's already getting dark, guys. I have not changed any of the settings, but that seemed really, really short day. Extra short. Okay, well, I guess I will show you the bulk of this village. You can kind of see a little bit maybe, but I'll show you the bulk of this village after we get into a bed. Now, getting to the bed is fun. Over here in this corner, it's gone. It's not there. And nobody's been on my world, so I did not actually put my thing back yesterday. There's a torch on the other side of this dirt block right here, so if I actually take that lever away, the door is going to stay closed because the torch is what's powering it. The lever actually turns off the circuit, so when it turns off the circuit, the piston actually retracts and you can get in. This will lock when you get up. If somebody else is in my world, I'm not paying attention, this door locks. When I flip this lever to close this door, that lever up there is useless. However, I found this out. If for some reason somebody is in my world, it's never happened before, but it could happen. If for some reason somebody is in my world and flips that lever, they're like, okay, well, it's a useless lever, then I'm locked in here. If they don't have it set to the open position, I will be locked in here. Because and I will have to grab a few of these dirt chunks right here to break through this block right here and then pillar my way out, because yeah, I'll be locked in. Or not even grab the dirt chunks, but just remove this one right here and climb up the ladder. Nope. The sky's still dark. I haven't talked long enough, so we're gonna go ahead and get in that bed. Down here is where my kitty is. I told you guys I have a kitty, and we will check her out in just a minute. But first, let's marvel at this for a moment. This is my underground village base. You make a base in a village, and you've got villagers 24/7 popping in and out of your door, just making all kinds of ha noises, and it gets annoying, and they're all like crammed up in your space and getting in your way. So I made a little place underground. This cavern was actually here. I just squared it out and, you know, turned it into what looks like the interior of a house. I lined the ceiling over on this side with the logs to match the outside over here. And it's just kind of like a rustic little hunting lodge. I've got a planter over here. There's no grass down here. I really did not want to trail dirt blocks all the way from the entrance all the way back here to get the grass to grow back here. So it's a proper flower bed. There's no grass in my flower bed. We don't have to go and weed the flowers. They're already good. Here's my kitty. Well, hello to you too. You're annoyingly loud and your cross-eyed little Siamese self. This right here is my cobweb room. When I got my cobwebs down here in the mine system, I only had shears with me. And shears, they cut the whole cobweb. You don't get string from them. I needed the string for one of my villagers, so I would take all of those cobwebs and I'd I'd spam them all over that room down there. Yeah, I said this bit yesterday about being lucky. Um, when I chose to dig this spot right here, my straight down shaft, down to the 11 area, our lava level, so that I could go for diamonds. There was a bit of coal here and like 2 chunks of iron, and I went after them. And as I was going after the coal, I hit this. And I'm standing here and I was like, wow, this is a cool ravine. And then I saw that. I didn't put that there. That is an abandoned mine shaft. So I was like, jackpot, right under my base. My village base, I have a abandoned mine shaft, and I have found lapis lazuli because this is in a ravine. I have found redstone, emeralds, diamonds. There is everything you could possibly want in this ravine. Gold. I've made a lot of my activator rails from the gold that I got in this mine. So, yeah, this is a fantastic seed. Seriously, I will try to remember this time. I did not remember yesterday. Sorry, guys. I will try to remember today to put the seed number in here in case you're interested. But, well, there is one thing about this base I wanted to show you because it was kind of interesting for me. It was a new experience. These windows up here. You can see how there's a little green at the bottom, and you kind of have to be just right to see it. If you're staring straight on, it just looks like a blue window, like you're looking at the sky and clouds behind you outside. But if you're looking down, you see that green, and it kind of resembles the horizon on a surface dwelling. It's not perfect. It is made out of wool. I can probably turn it into concrete and it'll look much better, but I hadn't made any concrete when I made this base. I had not even looked at the recipe to see what was going on. There's torches in here to light it up, make it look like it is an exterior window. It's not perfect. It's just kind of decorative. But, yeah, there's so many ideas you can do with an underground house, like, to make a proper, recognizable house. Windows are a great option. These are just standard windows, two by one windows that I put in because they face this cavern area, my exit. And we actually are going to exit because before we head on to our next location, I really want to show you my villagers. And there's the scratching post. When I first got to this village, I couldn't find my hut every time I was in here, so I actually put a sign up. This village is a fantastic village. You saw that there was a ravine down in the mine, but it does not cut through the village itself. None of the buildings are broken. You know, you come into a village, there's going to be doors missing. You have to add doors to some of the empty doorways, but there was nothing structurally wrong with this village. No ravine cutting through the middle of it. I did make this little breeding system. There are 19 doors surrounding. There were 20. There was one right here. But it got closed. One of the villagers that was outside of the hut closed the door because that's what they do. They open and close doors. They're villagers. And then all of the babies that these little guys pop out, they were just kind of hanging out. They weren't registering that this was an opening. And so there were like 6 fully grown villagers in this breeding hut and an iron golem. And I was just like, no, we gotta fix that. So I cordoned off these two. It was quite a bit of finagling, and then I was like stuck in there until they moved out of the doorway so that I could close it back off properly. But yeah, it was quite a chore to get those other villagers and the golem out. I actually had to kill off that golem. This is the 3rd golem in this village. I've had to kill off 2 of them. Yeah. Now, you see this golem, and you see the 2 villagers in the breeding hut, and you see this one little Fletcher over here. He is the only brown coat I have. Like a farmer type. This Fletcher right here, and he is lackluster at his job. He doesn't do his, like, you can see my crops are not messed up. They're not mixed up the way they would be if he was actually going through and harvesting. Yeah, I don't think there's a single piece out of place. Everything is just the way I planted it, except for this plot, but I did that on accident the other day, and I didn't have a hoe with me, so yeah, good job, kitty. Bad cupcake. Over here is where all the rest of the villagers are. I've just kind of cordoned them off in this little shopping mall. This one doesn't have a name because he really doesn't even belong here. I just kept him over here because, you know, I was kind of afraid to kill him. And I wasn't in peaceful mode, and I was kind of afraid to kill him off with the golem there, because the golem would totally come after me if I killed him. But I'm in peaceful mode right now, so I should be alright. Yeah, he didn't even have a name because he was absolutely useless. He had nothing good in his inventory. He was super expensive. This guy, he has good stuff in his inventory. Pretty cleric stuff. But the cleric you saw in my breeding hut, he has these ender pearls for 4 emeralds instead of 6. There are, for an emerald, there you get 3 glowstones, and you see this one is 9 emeralds. The other cleric has them for 6 emeralds. So everything is cheaper, much better deal with the other cleric. This is cleric 2. I don't want to get rid of him. Anything could happen to that other cleric, and I don't want to get rid of him, but he is not my first choice. What is... that is... You're freaking me out. Go away. Alright, so I have an armorer here. He's pretty maxed out. My leather worker, not maxed out, but check out this tunic. It is a leather tunic. It's not very durable, I guess, but for the 3.0 armor that it adds, you also get fire protection, unbreaking 2, and thorns. That is a pretty good deal, and that is why you see I am actually wearing that right now. Here is my librarian, and now this is my first pick librarian. He has good prices on pretty much everything. 31 emeralds and a book for this enchanted book here. 31 emeralds, and I will get to that price later because I want to show you. I have to get to the end of the line to show you what I want to do with that. Toolsmith. That's where I got my pickaxe. You guys can see that, the efficiency 2 pickaxe. That is exactly where I got that. This guy right here, 12 emeralds. What a deal. I didn't have to do anything. I just... this is Librarian too, because he's not my first choice. But the reason why I have not killed him off, he is a librarian. He has a different book. He has Thorns 3 that I can put on any armor piece I want, and it will damage any mobs that touch me, pretty much. I love Thorns. So this is a good deal, good enchanted book. It's 45 emeralds, but I mean, if the other librarian never offers this enchantment, I still have access to it. It's a little more expensive than the other librarian, but at least I have it. This guy, my butcher, is the most useful villager I have in this little shopping mall that I've created over here. It is the most useful. He has, you see, raw pork chops, raw chicken, and coal. Now, coal is something I can get a lot of. I have a chicken farm. You saw my chicken farm yesterday. And pork chops, well, they're not raw because I have fire aspect on this sword, but there seems to be pigs everywhere, so I can get all of these emeralds. Remember I said this guy over here, that book is 45 emeralds. That's a lot of emeralds. I would never mine 45 emeralds. They're way too rare a find to mine all of those emeralds for 45 emeralds. So trading with this guy, this butcher, just 14 pork chops, 14 chicken, or 22 coal. 22 coal, that is so easy. It's not even a half a stack. And just get those 3 items, bring them over here, and get the coal. Get the emeralds. So easy. Sheep. You know your eyes are... I don't want to be insulting, but dang, your eyes are messed up, dude. Messed up. Alright, I am probably going to do a fast forward through this section until I get back to the base, because we're going to go down into the nether. You know what? We're going to save that for tomorrow, because what I have planned to show you the base that I was working on, I told you about the concrete. What I have planned to show you is just, it could be an episode all by itself. Getting to it, the pathway that I chose through the nether instead of searching through all the different maps to get there. The pathway to it, we're going to go through the nether super fast and super easy. I actually want to show you kind of my little blaze farm that I've created in the nether. So I think we're going to stop here, guys. This is going to be it. And when I rejoin you next time, I will be ready to head into the nether, and we are going to head over to Finn County. Finn as in finished. Finn County. So can you guess? Can you guess right now, just from the name of that county, what might be in store for us tomorrow? It's a mystery. Yeah, guys. If you guess it in the comments, I will be super proud of you, but no cookies. Maybe a shout out. I don't know. We'll see. No cookies, though. I don't have any. Sad. I am going to make some later, though. So, on that note, let me go make my cookies, and this is Cupcake Kitty signing off. You guys have a fantastic day. It's been real. It's been awesome. Second YouTube video, second Minecraft video, second any video. This is going to be like a milestone for me. It's going to be milestones for every video, it seems, until I just get used to it, because this is all so new to me now. Second video, guys. Thank you so much for watching it, and I will see you tomorrow where we will head to Finn County. Bye, Mr. Iron Golem. Bye.